My name is Paula Slack, and I became acquainted with
You can say me. You can say
Gabe through actually a mailing that I received in the mail, one of those
postcards
that you get 1,000 for, and I just kind of went through them and discarded a bunch and met with him and liked the way everything went, and he's helped me sell my house and buy a new one, and it's been an awesome experience and very smooth transaction, and I'm very happy with it.
Awesome. Thanks so much. That was phenomenal. I didn't even ask you the questions. You already did it. Then the only other thing I'd ask you is, who would you recommend us to? Like,
I would recommend you to everybody that is interested in selling a house or buying a house.
Sweet. That's what we like to hear. Thanks, Paula. Anything else?
You're the best. Thank you for making it so seamless.
Our pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you.
My name is Dave Pilcher. We've just completed the selling of my home. Things went very well. The company was very effective and handled every transaction properly, and we're just delighted with the service that we received.
Awesome.
I was actually asking Tiffany, how many, based on your recollection, how many houses have you sold using Tiffany?
All of them.
Four?
You'd actually come by the house that I was living in as a realtor and said, you know, I have all these properties. I'm looking to buy the final house. I may get in touch with you. And there's 2 rentals, our own house, and buying a new one. So it's been a pleasure, man. We did it. Sold 2 rentals, our own house, and bought this one within a year, I think. And there were some complications with them for sure, man. Much appreciated.
Oh, absolutely. The best part of it is we get to know you guys a lot better.
Yeah.
And because you guys are the bomb.
Well, that's right. Better friendship just came from it, for sure.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, that is one of the best things that came out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is the best thing that came out of it for us.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys got
Well, when I was buying and doing all this too, I said, I'm not going to let this ruin our relationship as friends.
Yeah.
Because it is stressful. Just buying a house and selling your own, let alone 2 others, and there's a lot to work through. So much appreciated. Thank you guys.
Awesome.
Well, we put it on the market. We initially had a bid within hours, an offer. And the time we were done after all the inspections and everything, maybe 3 weeks to a month at the most. How did I do? I did even better than I thought I was going to do. Found it the same day I put the house up for sale, my house in Stockton, in Stansbury. And we bounced back from the one on Silver Avenue, and we come up and looked at this home here.
And what was it about this house that interested you?
Getting a guy in his age, what happens to me here is the stairs. And it's a little bit more comfortable out here in the country for me than living in the city, so be it Stansbury or Tooele. When I ended up with Tiffany, I didn't have any worry. She knew where I needed to be. She had a vision like I had a vision. The vision I'm talking about is walked into this place, and this home here was a lot of disrepair. And at that time, I knew by looking at it, it was what I wanted. And trying to make that vision, to have somebody else see that same vision as you did, she could understand me, and she understood where I was at.
And how do you feel she did as far as communication, staying in contact with you throughout the process?
100%. I didn't have to worry about one thing. She took care of me that way.
Fantastic.
We were over at Brad and Tiffany's house one night, and our husbands jammed together, and so I was just kind of hanging out with Tiffany, and we were talking about wanting a different layout of a house, and she's a real estate agent, and so
she's like, hey, let me see what I can do. And we're like, all right, let's do that.
We didn't think it was going to be possible, and she assured us that it was easier. So I was thinking, okay, we're gonna be stuck in this house that we originally bought for a long time.
We were 58.
How did people sell their house? I guess I didn't understand the whole process, and
we figured, yeah.
She explained it, and
found out she's an expert, and we figured she might know what she's talking about.
We knew she would get the job done, but we knew that we could trust her and her recommendations, and I don't know, trust is big for me. Trust is big, and the fact that she was like, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, she took care of the hard stuff. I get it taken care of. And we were like, what about this and that? She's like, that's my job. You guys just worry about what you want. And we were like, all right, sounds good. So she let us call her at all ends of night, Julie as well. We just got to, anytime Autumn had a question about anything, she would call, and Tiffany would answer and take care of it. And that was nice. Because she calls a lot. Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, she does. We definitely didn't expect to get as much money back, and we actually ended up getting a lot more back in return than what I would have ever thought we would have gotten out of the house. More like, it was quick. It was super fast. Like, yes, there were repairs. There was a couple of repairs that needed to be done, and it was just like, we got it. Don't worry about it. You got to do this little thing, and we did it, but Tiffany took care of the rest. Tiffany's team took care of it. She called us, said, here's what needs to be done, and you tell me what works best for you. She said, you can either do it kind of your own time, or you can let me take care of it, and we'll work it out. We'll work it out later.
When we were going to go sign papers, everything kind of happened quicker than what we even initially spoke about, considering the time frame when we first basically looked at the house was the 25th or 26th of June, and basically closed on the 26th of July. So it was kind of something that we just kept asking, and what we can do to help to be involved. And I know it's not normal for you guys or anything like that, but
I was a little overexcited.
We just wanted to see what we could do to help, because we knew it was a tight time frame too, and with you guys giving us the opportunity to make it our home, it made it a lot easier for us, and we hope we helped with the whole situation as well in terms of how everything was done, just because it was a very short period to
and a lot of
turn everything around.
A lot of things to do. So the grass went in. I helped put the sod in with your crew. I helped put in the gravel with your crew. DJ and I took, I don't know if burden's the right word, or the brunt of the cleaning of the home, which was not a good state. But with me being a clean freak, I needed to touch every part of this house to know. So it's clean.
Probably two and a half days of
almost 3 days of cleaning the house.
Straight cleaning.
Yeah, but it was worth it. And then paint. Your amazing people did the paint. Those guys were amazing.
But you picked the colors.
We picked the colors, we did, and I know it was a little bit scary for some people, that it might be a little bit too dark, but with the dark cabinets and stuff, it turned out beautifully.
Natural
and
light,
I love it.
And then all the flooring, basically 95% of the flooring in the house was completely redone, and then to be able to match the hallway with the rest of the house because of the type of flooring it was.
It turned out fabulous.
So would you recommend a true agency real estate team to remodel?
Absolutely, we would. But you guys, this is the thing that I would love everybody to know. Like, you're not only our friends, but you're also our family. But you're also good at what you guys do. And the fact that you guys care so much, and the fact that you guys let us help you, just means more to us too, because you let us customize our own house basically. But not only that, we got to work hand in hand with you guys, and you guys have been fabulous, and we would recommend you guys hands down to anybody. I think we already have too, a bunch.
I'm Stormy, and this is Aurea. Tiffany from my friend Diana, that lived across the street from a home that they purchased to renovate, and she told me that she would take really good care of me as a real estate agent, and she came over and I still was kind of in limbo of deciding who I wanted our real estate agent to be, and hired her an hour before I went to a meeting at our new build. If you are considering selling your house, I hand over fist 10 million times over would recommend Tiffany Lancaster. She has been wonderful to work with, and she made the process of selling a home and buying a home so much easier than it could have been, and she just handled. Oh, are you going to see that? Tiffany's been incredible to work with. Anytime I had a question or was wondering something small to big, she always answered me right away, or her assistant answered me right away, and made the process simple and easy, less stress than I could have imagined it being, and was just great. Got us more for our house than we were asking, and that money's well deserved and needed.
Talk about how it started. So like, why did you guys start looking for a house, or how did it start going when you started looking for a house, whatever?
Well, we started looking for an apartment before anything, and it was ridiculous. There's 600 square foot apartments for
way too much.
Yeah, $1,200, $1,300 a month with tiny garages, and we just thought it was ridiculous. So
then we looked into buying and actually put an offer on one, and it fell through. And we were just kind of like, should we give up? Should we not? I mean, I don't really know what else to do. And then we found this one, and I was like, I heard Tiffany does so good. And then I talked to my parents, and she's actually a friend of my dad's. So I got in touch with her, and she's like, I think we should tackle this one. So we both came and saw it and put an offer in on it. And
it all worked out.
Yeah, it's been really great ever since then.
Question. You guys are like pretty young to buy a house, right?
Yeah, we're pretty young.
So like, do people give you like a hard time?
Honestly, not yet. Everyone's been so supportive, and
yeah.
We were expecting, I think, a little bit of a hard time, but we haven't got one yet. And
it's kind of scary being young and doing this, but
I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't think it matters what other people think. You know,
we're ready.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did it go pretty smoothly for you?
Yeah, I think really it was pretty cut and clear. If anything, I was surprised it wasn't more.
I was
difficult.
surprised with like how fast it went.
Yeah,
we
I was
closed
expecting
in
this
like what 20
something days. I was expecting
days.
this to take a couple
pretty
of months.
Painless.
Yeah,
it was pretty quick, pretty straightforward.
It was good.
It was, I don't know. I feel like she was really on top of it. You know, it was
she
was there to answer any question we had, because you know, as first time buyers being so young, there was a lot of questions, and she was there to answer every single one of them, and answered them thoroughly to the point where you know, we weren't confused, we weren't misguided, we weren't.
I like that she handled everything through phone calls. It wasn't like just a text here, text there. It was like, I'm gonna call you real quick to make sure you understand what's going on.
Explain this and explain that in depth, and that was nice.
I'm Austin.
I'm Haley.
So talk about the selling process. The whole
It
experience.
hasn't been terrible with you. I mean, honestly, I know we've probably blown you up like every single night and every single day, but it's way less painful than I think either of us expected it to be.
Once we found buyers.
Yeah, once we found buyers, I think before that we were both kind of biting our nails and stuff, and thinking that it would never happen. We would never get that amount of money for the house, but
we
it
did.
all worked out, and then they closed way quick, which was great, and yeah, it's been pretty seamless, so it's been great. I think she's the most terrible realtor that you could ever. No. Just kidding.
She's been the best.
Tiffany is amazing. Seriously, I don't think that we could have done any of this without her, and everything has just been seamless. Every time we've had a question, it's been answered within like a couple of minutes.
Because you're so great.
No, seriously.
And all the
Anytime that we've gotten stressed out at all, just calling Tiffany just made everything better, and it was just awesome. So thank you so much.
Yes.
And all the gifts that you brought us were amazing.
They're so sweet.
Thank you
so much. It took a while to get it under contract, and I felt so bad.
Oh, yeah. It probably made it worse because we're stressed.
Yeah, we are.
So we're probably like, what's going on? What's going on? Even though everything was probably just fine the whole time. But